Okay. So let's just sit for a moment comfortably. I'm going to sit on my little cushions. Might just move my screen down just a touch. There we go. Okay. So just feel the surface underneath you. So the cushions, whether you're sitting on cushions, the floor itself, feeling that support, feeling the flow of your breath, moving in and out. You might like to close your eyes, you might like to keep them open. Comfortable position for your hands, up, down, on your heart, in your lap. And just asking yourself this morning, how are you showing up for yourself today? So for you, how are you looking after yourself? So as they say on the airplane, are you putting your oxygen mask on first or your mask to go out first? Are you really feeling full of energy? Have you had a fantastic week? Or are you feeling tired? Are you feeling agitated? Depleted? Tired? Or are you patient? Are you clear? And then I'll ask the question, how are you feeling towards your family? Are you being there for them? Are you showing up for your family? Or perhaps your co-workers? Or perhaps the people that you might pass in the supermarket or at the beach? How are you showing up for people that you are involved with? So remembering how you are has those ripple effects out into everything. We're connected. So whatever we've got going on, we're going to send that out. So perhaps do you need to be more aware of what you're doing? Do you need to be more mindful of how you speak to someone? Are you reactive? Just checking in. Is there anything that you can do or you can bring to your practice today to assist you? And then I'd love you to bring your hands, I'll invite you to bring your hands together in a prayer position in front of your chest and connecting now with your nervous system. Hands together in prayer leaves an impression on your nervous system. That's why we do it so much in yoga. So just feeling your palms touching, connecting now with your nervous system. We need to be still to be able to pick up the little subtle vibration, the aliveness, our energy. So even here in this stillness, noticing what it is that you need more of to show up for yourself or for others. What can you bring in that's deeply needed that you may have overlooked this week? I have had terrible sleep. I don't know if anyone else has had disturbed nights. I went to bed at 7:45 last night. Bo came in at 3 and I've sort of been awake since then, but every other night I was waking. I don't know whether there is this underlying concern about what's going on. I haven't been phased at all. I've been living in my bliss bubble in my house with my family, just visiting the ocean. It's been fantastic. But there's something there which is worth inquiring into. So I might be doing that later. I did a few restorative positions yesterday after our beach time, and it was fantastic. And then I put my husband on the massage table, and I asked him if he needed something, and he's like, yeah, can you rub my sore foot? So we took turns. There's just subtle little things that don't need to be anything too major. But for me, that's how I've been showing up, is I'm tired, a little bit irritable, a little bit cranky, which isn't who I want to be or how I want to be. So inviting you now just to gently move your fingers, give the body a little stretch, and we'll come onto our knees. So on your knees. So please make sure you're protecting them as best that you can. We're doing our knee standing, so to speak. Very slowly, when you feel ready, the invitation to explore, raising the arms out to the side. So perhaps rotating the palms first, breathing in, reaching up. And breathing out in your own time, bringing the hands down. So 3 more of these in your own time, reaching up, just noticing how the shoulders are feeling, making sure the knees are safe. Really feeling into the air, touching over your skin, the sensations in your palms, armpits, forearms. Let's continue breathing in, reaching up. This time gently, clip lock in place, folding forward as we breathe out, resting our right hand on top of our left, on top of our sacrum. Now this is where you may need something for your head. If you'd like, if you've got a book or a cushion. So right over left, clip lock in place, breathing in, coming up, breathing out, left hand over right as we keep safe, nothing's falling out of our tummy, switched on. So I'd like to explore 5 more of those. Breathing in, breathing out, right over left. Play around with your own breathing pattern, breathing rhythm. So there's a lot to think of. Clip lock in place. Am I moving safely through my core? I'm not straining my lower back in any way. So the pubic bone clip locks into the sternum. We are lengthened in the sternum as we gently keep everything switched on as we fold forward. So we had 5. I've lost count. I'm sorry where we're up to. Let's do 2 more. We'll finish the one we're on. And we'll do 1 more after this. So right over left. Coming up. And left over right. Coming up. Interlacing your fingers and reaching your arms up. And just explore that sensation now. Across the palms, fingers, forearms. A little rocking there. And release. And 1 more time, changing the interlace of your fingers. So I had my right finger over my left. I'm going to bring my left now. Palms facing up. And a little rocking here from side to side. And releasing. So now, staying nice and safe as we move, let's extend the left leg out in front. Staying on our knee, protected, safe. So my knee is over my ankle. And let's slowly start to explore, leaning in so the knee stays over. So opening up and stretching our abductors here. But then we'll come back and we'll just lengthen that back leg. If you want to come up onto your toes, you can. Keep a little subtle bend. So we're just moving, playing around. Clip locks in place. Very gently. You might like both hands on your knees. You might like them on your hip rather. And then the invitation to start exploring some movement with our right arm. Or not. Staying here. You can still move here, or if you'd like to rotate the shoulder, keep the hand, depending on how your arm's feeling. So 5 of these with our one arm. And then exploring both arms. Moving. So just noticing how the hips are feeling. We've got our clip lock in place. Warming up the shoulders ever so slightly. Lifting up and expanding our heart gently. And then on our 5th one of these, so 2 more of these. Let's hold. Bring our palms together. So we've got our left leg out in front. Slide your left hand down your right. Hand comes down to the side. Breathe in, reach up. Right hand coming down over your left. Breathing in, reaching up. Left hand sliding over your right arm out to the side. Breathing in and left. So we've got the warmth, the activation here. Let's all try and bring our heel towards us. Left heel. That'll activate the quadricep. Turn on the gluteus. Continue breathing. So we'll finish this one and do one more round. Have a breath, have a rest at any stage. And hands coming down. And changing sides. So very gently now, change sides. So bringing the right leg out in front. Clip lock in place. So shuffling the heel forward. Hang on, there's a message. I'm frozen. Okay. Okay. Sorry, guys. We'll just do the best I can. Okay, so the right leg's out in front this time. Clip lock in place. Shuffling the heel out. And slowly start to explore moving that leg back, so straightening the leg and then coming forward. Gently moving back and coming forward. Moving back, coming forward. Support both hands if you need. Hand to the hip if you like. And then the invitation to invite that left arm in and lowering down. Left arm and lowering. And then both arms. So exploring both arms. So keep breathing. You might like to hold here for a moment. Just explore how that feels. And then running hands together, running the right hand along the palm, along the arm, left arm coming out to the side, breathing in, reaching up. Draw the right heel back towards you to activate the gluteus maximus and your quadricep. And coming back up. So we're straightening and releasing. Straightening and releasing. Coming up and releasing. We'll do one more. And lowering down. Coming up, lowering down, stepping that foot back, and coming into child's pose. So arms extended out in front as best that you can, or you might like your arms alongside the body. Or alongside you. Noticing the warmth in your shoulders, the sensations in your forearms, in your palms. And here's an opportunity to explore your hips. So if you feel like, if you've had your arms alongside the body, maybe shifting the arms, maybe out in front, and come up onto the knees again and explore the hips. Perhaps moving the hips from side to side. And then just connect with your breath. Notice the longing in your body. What is your body really wanting to do in this moment? Is it coming up into a downward facing dog? Is it stretching up, maybe moving into a cat and a cow? So there's a few options for you to play around with. Your body, just noticing what feels best for you. You might like to do a cat and a cow, and then come back and do a downward facing dog. Come back down, cat, a cow, downward facing dog. Cat, cow, downward facing dog. So 2 more of those in your own time, in your own rhythm, and then coming down to rest on your abdomen. When you feel ready. So lowering yourself down, clip lock in place, belly, chest, and let's extend. And then slowly raising the arms, bringing the arms rather into you. Very subtle. And here I want you to connect to the ground. The earth supporting us. Feeling really grounded, safe and secure here. Noticing if you are or if you aren't. You might like to go inside, close the eyes, check out what's going on internally. We'll take 2 more breaths here, if that feels okay for you to do so, staying here. And then returning back down, stretched out as long as you can. Then gently raising the head, sliding the arms in gently, and we'll take our right leg. Extend the right leg along the ground and lifting the right leg as we come up. And lower the right leg and slowly come down. Breathing in, sliding. Left leg along the floor longer, raising the left leg, and then lowering and coming down. Lengthen the right leg along the floor, raising up, right leg. As comfortable as you can with your arms and lowering down. Slide the left, raise the head, lift the left, and coming down. Now the option's there for you to do both legs at the same time, if that feels okay for your lower back. Extend both legs, slowly raise the hand, bring the hands in towards your body and lift both ever so slightly, perhaps an inch, and then lowering back down. Slide the hands in, extend the legs, lift the legs, and then slowly coming back down. Sliding along, reaching up and lowering. 2 more, slide, lift and lower. Slide, lift. Then slowly, I'll invite you to come up. Elbows a little closer in towards you. Slowly bring the elbows in to lift the chest. 5 breaths. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back down and gracefully rolling yourself over onto your back. And with all the leg lifting, we need to massage our lower back. So how that feels comfortable for you, whether you'd like to clip lock in place, slowly raise the knees up, take a hold, glide around. So around 5 circles one way, and then gliding the knees back the other way. Perhaps taking the knees out to the side, circling them that way. Or having the feet on the floor and exploring legs from side to side. Coming up through center, both knees to the left, come up through center, both knees to the right, coming up through center, and both knees to the left. So explore a few more of those, noticing how the lower back is. Be mindful of how it is, honor that, keep going if you need. And then when you feel you've had enough, bringing the knees back to center. Clip blockers in place, lengthen sternum. So we've switched our core on by having our clip block in place. Draw the heels in towards your bottom. And let's explore pressing the hands down, pressing the feet down, lifting the hips up ever so slightly for a little baby bridge. Lowering, clip lock stays in place, raising the feet up and then lowering. Coming into our little baby bridge, lowering, the tummy stays in place, knees come up and lowering. So keep that, you'll feel that little shh as you press up and lower. Clip lock in place, legs coming up. The invitation then is to move your arms to this movement if you would like. So showing you that now. Heels coming in, reaching up with the arms overhead as we do our baby bridge. Are you losing the contents of your stomach? Lowering down. And the arms alongside the body as we raise. Breathing in, reaching up. Heels moving towards the bottom. Lowering down. And raising up. Coming up. And lowering down. Legs coming up. 2 more of those, or please rest at any stage. And 1 more. Clip lock in place, lifting up and legs. Now let's do one extra leg lift. Hold there and tap down with the right toe, come up, tap with the left toe and come up. So this is all switched on. We're breathing, extending out and breathing up and back. So this whole area is strengthening. We're keeping our lower back safe. Just little toe taps. So this should be starting to feel warm in the quadriceps, maybe in the glutes, but your core, my core's like, woo, yeah, this is good. So imagining we're sending love and light to everyone that we can as we just smile and strengthen our transverse abdominals. And let's do two more. So one more on the left side, right tap and left tap. And lowering the legs down and extending the legs out. And this will just place the lumbar curve back. You'll feel just connecting back to the lower back. This should feel quite okay. Maybe just raising your toes up and down a little bit. Give yourself a nice stretch. And then rolling yourself over onto the right side and coming up. Now, you know how I'm all very crazy and I love trying things out that help us with anything that I share. I'm all for believing that you need to try things before you just take my word for it. So I've done a little experiment with all of this pelvic clip locking in place with a hula hoop. So when I first started about a week ago, I couldn't hula hoop at all. I could probably get maybe one or two around. I've been working on keeping that little clip lock in place. So my pubic bone comes up to my lower part of the sternum and then lengthening my sternum and then hulaing. So it's taken a little bit of practice, obviously, over the last week, but I'll invite you to, if you can get your hands on a hula hoop, if you are interested. In a week, this has helped my strength a lot, and I feel I've noticed it, and I can hula hoop a lot longer. So if you want to try, you might already have one. You might not. You might think I'm totally mad, totally crazy, but I've found that this has really helped the strengthening of my pelvic floor and my transverse abdominals, which is what keeps our lower back safe. So hula hooping. I wasn't going to demonstrate, but I'm bursting to, so I might just show you. That wasn't a good one. See how bad I was? I don't know what to do with my arms yet, but I'll get there. All right, let's get ready for some relaxation. So coming down, if you feel the need to bring your chair, you can have your legs up the chair, or if you've got your wall handy, legs up the wall. Otherwise, support your head, have something underneath your knees, get as comfortable as you can, and get ready just to go within. So something that's been working well for me when I've been awake through the night is progressive muscle relaxation, which is the tightening of the muscles and then the releasing. So I thought we'd go through a nice little one now together, and just to see if you can ingrain that in your mind. If there happens to be a chance when you're feeling a little uptight or a little bit stressed, this is fantastic for calming the nervous system. So the other thing that I'll suggest as well is to notice your breath and a longer exhalation if at all possible. So settling, getting as comfortable as you can in the position of your choice this morning. Feeling the surface underneath you. Noticing whether there's downward pressure on your body or whether it's feeling nice and light and springy. Can you feel your body making an indentation in the ground underneath you? And can you feel the ground just pressing back up on your body? So you're pushing down on it and it's just touching you, bringing you back up. And perhaps inviting in now some lightness into your body. So feeling that air, that softness of the air just touching over your skin. Light, nice and light and airy. And setting your intention for our little guided meditation this morning. What is bubbling up for you? Perhaps it's what we discussed at the start of the class. How are you showing up for yourself? What is it that you possibly need to weave in to your daily life? More awareness, more mindfulness, more connection. Or perhaps there's something completely different. I am alert, I am awake, I am at ease. Whatever your intention is, which then ties into your heartfelt desire. So allowing that to come to the surface. Expressing that as a statement of truth, mentally, in your mind. That desire, that longing that's driving you forward in your life. And then inviting in well-being, security, and ease. Whether you use your imagination of a place you've visited, whether you're holding someone's hand that you love, whether it's being in a rainforest, an imaginary place, you may have visited there yourself, or it might be somewhere that you want to go. It might be just how you feel by being around your friends, your family. So your inner resource, your safe haven, your ease, your place of groundedness. Connect there now. Allowing all of your senses to be open. And then feeling your toes, the tops of your feet, your arms.